Stretching keeps our muscles flexible, strong, and healthy. We need flexibility to maintain range of motion in the joints, to help with balance recovery, and to be able to do our daily activities with ease and joy. Let's begin with a few active stretch and flowing exercises to prepare our joints and our muscles for the longer held gentle stretch exercises I have prepared for you. So sit forward in your chair, chest up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. I'm going to bend my elbows and I'm going to lift one heel up and then switch with the other. Finding a gentle range of motion. Push-pull, we'll do that 4 more times. And then just come into a little knee lift. Flex your foot, put your foot down on the floor, lift your toes, flex, foot down on the floor. 4 more, please. And then bring your heel out in front. I'm going to reach both arms forward, pull back in, other side. I'm going to flex my foot, draw my toes towards my face, feel a little stretch on my ankle, and on the back of my lower leg. Let's do 1 more each side. Connect with your breathing, nice inhale and exhale. And then we'll take this leg and we'll lift it up and take it out to the side, and then lift it up and bring it back in. Think about stepping up and over an obstacle, and then coming back in. Now your obstacle doesn't have to be very high, and open to a good range of motion for your hips. Now we'll do this a few more times, and you might find that as you get a little bit warmer through your hips, maybe what started out as a comfortable range of motion can grow just a little bit more. Last time. And then come back to center, let your arms hang down and roll your shoulders up, back, and down. 3 more times. Take your time and add in a nice slow inhale and exhale. And with my shoulders back and down, I'm going to just stretch my arms forward and up. Comfortable range of motion for my shoulders, and then flow down and sweep back. Again, comfortable range of motion for my shoulders and the back of my upper arm. Connect with your breathing. Nice slow inhale here, and then a slow relaxed exhale. You can work at your own pace, and we'll do 2 more. Let your arms hang down by your sides. You can put your hands on your thighs or on the side of your chair, whatever feels right for you. Sweep your arm out to the side. Stretch up towards the ceiling while relaxing your shoulder down. And if it's right for your spine, I want you to think about tilting your shoulders over to the side. Think about opening the space between your hip and your shoulder while keeping your shoulder down, and support your weight on the other side, either on the chair or on your thigh, and then lift up, flow out and down, and switch sides. Find a good, comfortable range of motion for your spine. We'll actually be holding this stretch as we get into our 10 gentle stretch exercises. So take your time for now. We'll work into the range of motion. All right, last preparatory exercise with your chest up nice and tall, and your hands can be down by your sides. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then turn your heart towards the right side. Come back to center. Go the other way. 1 more time. Nice job. All right, our first exercise, we'll take our arm out to the side, sweep it across our chest, and then gently tuck it in with the other hand. Now relax your shoulders down, and then we'll add onto this. We got a nice little shoulder stretch here, but then we'll add in drawing our ear towards our shoulder, and that'll give us a little stretch along our neck on the other side, and then we can circle our wrist and circle the other way. Lift your head, open your arms, drop, and let's go to the other side. Now I'm not pulling in, but I am gently drawing in. Let's bring ear to shoulder and connect with your breathing. A nice slow inhale, a nice slow exhale. And then we'll circle our wrist in the other direction. And release. Take this arm, palm is open, lift it up. You might support behind your elbow, bend your elbow, pat yourself on the shoulder, and then gently guide your elbow up. Now find a comfortable range of motion, a good stretch through those muscles on the back of the upper arm. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, see if that allows you to lift your elbow up just a little bit more. Maybe walk your fingertips along the back of your shoulder. And then let's stretch our arm up, out, down, and slightly back, just like we did when we were warming up. Just find a good range of motion. Shoulders are open, back and down. Palm is facing forward, fingertips are stretching back. And release. And we'll go to the other side. Palm is up. Maybe support behind your elbow. Bend, pat yourself on the back. Lift your elbow up, relax your shoulders down. And every time you take a deep breath in and then exhale, settle into the stretch and see if it might allow you to lift your elbow a little higher. We find pain-free range of motion. But as we breathe and hold on to the stretch a little bit more, we might find that we have a little bit more than we thought. And then we'll stretch up, out, and back. Relax your shoulders down. One more deep breath in and out. And then release your hands down and on your thigh. We're going to go to some gentle flexion and extension of the spine. So with your shoulders back and down, sitting forward in your chair, just lean forward a little tiny bit. Lift your heart. Just feel some openness in your chest. And then round your spine, drawing your chin towards your chest, drawing your belly button in towards your spine and your low back towards the chair, and maybe stretch your hands down the front of your knee where it feels right for you. And then when you inhale, lift your heart, slightly lean forward, shoulders back and down. And when you're ready to exhale, just move in the opposite direction. Connect with your breathing. Take your time. With each breath, we'll move through the spine, nice and gently. One more time, we'll lift. And then come into a nice lengthened neutral spine and lift your chest up. Next, we'll go into a little side lean. I'm going to take my arm up and rotate it over towards the side. I'm going to think about stretching the area between my shoulder and my hip. And then if it's right for your spine, we're going to add a little gentle side lean. You know what's right for your spine, so find that good gentle stretch while also taking it easy on your spine. Relax your shoulder, and again, connecting with your breathing. And then we'll release and go to the other side. Your opposite hand can be supported on your thigh or on the chair. Connect with your breathing. Think about opening up between your rib cage. Relax your shoulder. And then we'll lift up, out, and down. And then we're going to grab behind our thigh and just lift our knee up and circle our toes. So we get a little gentle stretch kind of on the back of our glute, a little bit in your hamstring, not a lot. Maybe you feel some sensation in your thigh. And then circle your toes the other direction. But we're getting a lot of range of motion through the ankle, the muscles in the lower part of the leg. And then we'll stop with that rotation, put our foot down and switch side. You don't have to lift up very high. Just find a good range of motion for your hip. Think about drawing circles with your toes. And then let's go in the other direction. Again, connecting with your breathing. And this will be our last ankle circle, and we can put our leg down. The other leg stretches out. I find if I'm sitting forward in the chair, that helps me to get a better stretch. And then support on the bent leg, hinge forward, lifting your chest, relaxing your spine, shoulders back and down. Draw your toes up towards your nose. And then you'll feel the stretch in your glute, in your hamstring. Relax your knee, you'll feel a little stretch behind your knee. And then I feel a little sensation both in my calf and in my shin area, especially as I'm drawing my toe up. This is a really nice stretch here. We do this a lot in our SilverSneakers online live classes. I love this stretch. So again, a nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. And then we'll lift, step in, and switch sides. So just stretch out comfortably, lift your chest up, shoulders back and down, support your weight on the bent leg, and then just lean forward a little tiny bit, doesn't have to be too far. Relax your knee a little bit. I want the leg lengthened and straightened, but relax the knee. Draw your toes in. Connect with your breathing. Your chest, step in. Now I'm going to bring my feet and my inner thighs together, and I'm going to anchor this foot down, and I'm going to open the other leg out. This is a figure 4 stretch for our hips. Now I'm going to take my foot and slide it in a little bit more to my supported leg, chest up, and then hinge forward. And you might feel a nice stretch along the side of your hip. Now let me give you another option. You can lift up, take this foot, put it on top of your shoelaces, lift your chest, shoulders back and down, and then find a gentle lean forward, just about halfway. You don't have to go too far. Shoulders back and down. And that gives me, just that little elevation in the foot gives me a nice stretch in the back of my hip, along the outside of my hip. Feels pretty good. We'll take a deep breath here, and on the exhale, we'll lift and then switch sides. So feet come together. And I like to just start by rolling out and then sliding my foot in, just seeing how I feel, hinging forward. Feels pretty good. Relax the muscles in your knee and in your hip. And then I'm just going to add on a little tiny bit. I'm going to put my foot on top of my shoelaces, draw my shoulders back and down, and just a slight lean forward. Connect with your breathing. Think about slow, long inhale. And then a slow, long exhale. Nice. We'll lift up here, and then let's just close, keeping our ankles crossed. That's one option, or you can cross at your knee if that's right for you. You make the choice that's right, and then open your chest, and then wiggle your left fingertips. We're gonna give ourselves a big hug, and we're gonna have our left arm on top. So I'm thinking about bringing my elbows towards one another. They may not touch. Chest is up, shoulders back and down, and we've got this nice little internal bind where we're opening out to the sides. And if you want to add a little bit more, we might bring the backs of our hands towards one another, and maybe they cross. That's up to you. And lift your elbows a little bit more, shoulders back and down, and think about just drawing in at your shoulders, in at your inner thighs. Deep breath, inhale, and exhale. And then we'll release our hands. We'll open to a little chest stretch. Palms are up, thumbs reach towards the back of the room. And then rotate your palms down and float your arms down. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm gonna anchor my right foot down, cross at my left. Now if you have any guidelines where you're not supposed to cross at the midline, that's okay. Gently squeeze your inner thighs together, knees and ankles. Find what's gonna work for you. And then open your arms. This time we'll wiggle our right fingertips and give ourselves a big hug with the right arm on top. And then I'm just trying to bring my elbows a little closer together. Doesn't mean they will, and it's okay if maybe you have your elbows out in front of your shoulders, that's fine too. So find a comfortable position that allows you to create this gentle internal bind. And then if you want to bring the backs of your hands towards one another, that is your option. And I think about lifting my elbows, bringing my shoulders back and down, and a deep, long inhale. And then relax as I flow into my exhale. And then we'll release our arms, open our heart, little chest stretch. And then rotate your palms and float them down. Shoulders back and down, and then we'll take our knee. We're just gonna open our feet out to the sides. And then another option here is you might open with the corner of the chair between your knees. Sometimes that allows you to have a little bit more range of motion. Hands on your thighs, feet underneath your knees, chest up, shoulders back and down. And from this V-sit position, we'll hinge forward. And then rotate your torso so that you bring your right shoulder towards the inside of your left knee. And you want to find a nice, gentle range of motion. Now I'm going to hinge a little bit more, and I'm thinking about just kind of pressing my baby toe out to the side so I keep my knees open, but I'm not forcing anything. I have a nice inhale here, taking my time with my exhale. And then one more time, inhale, and on the exhale, we'll lift our chest up, and then just go in the other direction. So I'm going to rotate, hinge. Think about pressing my baby toes out so it keeps my knees open. And I'm thinking about just drawing my shoulder across towards the inside of my thigh. I'm not forcing anything. Just feeling a nice stretch between my shoulders and my hips, along my spine, through my torso. One more time, deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, we'll lift our chest, roll shoulders back and down, bring our knees back together. Nice job. Stretching once today won't magically give you perfect flexibility. You need to do it over time and commit to the process. SilverSneakers live online classes can help you make regular stretching a part of your daily routine. So be sure to visit our website and create your account today. I'll see you next time.